Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Everyone, welcome to the show. So 34-year-old Missouri resident Isaac Yoder is someone you guys are going to remember. If you're watching the video, you can see he was dressed like George Washington on January 6th, and he had a sword in his belt. He was also carrying a flagpole with a spear-like tip. He was also seen holding a sign that read, quote, "Subtract unverified votes, dead people, illegal votes, China's 4 mil ballots, Trump wins." So here's the deal with Yoder. He met up with some family members at the Trump rally, and he was informed that Vice President Mike Pence had certified the election. And he was also told that a mob had broken into the Capitol. Also, his family members had already been on the Capitol grounds, and apparently because they were shot with rubber bullets and hit with pepper spray, he got upset. So he headed over to the Capitol, and he was seen on surveillance video. He illegally entered through the Senate wing doors. And after he entered, he climbed up on top of a pile of broken furniture. He swung his flag around. He almost hit other people with it. And he was yelling, quote, "We've been so weak. We've lost any kind of credibility because all we ever do is cave. We don't riot. We don't do bad things. We keep the law." Again, he is standing as he's yelling this on top of a pile of furniture that was broken, that was destroyed by his fellow patriots, after having walked through doors that were broken open and walking over broken glass, also broken by those same patriots. So from there, Yoder headed over to the Capitol crypt. He walked around there for a bit before an officer approached him and said he had to leave. Now, to Yoder's credit, he complied. And then in March of 2021, he was interviewed by the FBI and he admitted to entering the Capitol. That same month, Yoder was interviewed by Newsweek, and the prosecutor said that he showed zero remorse. Instead, Yoder said, quote, "Most of us out there are on the side of the aisle who were the gun owners. If we had collectively gone there to cause trouble, there would have been piles of bodies. We could have leveled things." He also criticized the, quote, "anarchy in government." And then in another interview in July of 2021, Yoder still refused to take responsibility for his actions. He told the interviewer that he, quote, "didn't think that the government was actually going to pull something so big and bad. They literally set up the American people." What does that say about you guys if you fell for it? So Yoder claimed that as soon as he entered the Capitol, he thought, quote, "Yeah, we've been set up." I guess that's why he climbed up on top of broken furniture and started yelling about how they've all been too nice. So Yoder also called January 6th a, quote, "controlled situation." So he was arrested on August 4th of 2021, and he was charged with entering a restricted building or grounds, 2 counts of disorderly conduct, and parading or demonstrating in a Capitol. Unlike most others charged with those 4 simple misdemeanors, he refused a plea deal. He opted instead for a bench trial, and during the trial, the judge found that Yoder repeatedly made false statements under oath, something that he still denies to this day. But in May of 2023, Yoder was found guilty on all counts, and he faced up to 1 year in prison, 1 year of probation, and $100,000 in fines. And this time, the government actually requested a longer sentence. They asked for 13 months in prison, 3 years of probation, and 60 hours of community service, also $500 in restitution, and a fine of $16,646. They said, or the equivalent of the amount that he had raised relating to his criminal conduct at the time of his sentencing. U.S. District Judge Royce Lamberth presided over Yoder's case, and As I've mentioned to you guys before, Lamberth has become increasingly tough in his sentencing decisions because he was burned early on by a Trump supporter who was given probation only for these same exact crimes, by the way. So I couldn't locate any details about the actual sentencing hearing and what either of them may have said, but Yoder was sentenced to 1 year of prison, 1 year of probation, and he was ordered to pay a fine of $1,000 and $500 in restitution. Following his sentencing, Yoder told a local news outlet in part, quote, "My wife and I have 3 children, ages 9, 7, and 3. I really hate that I have to be gone from my family for a year, but I know that God in his faithfulness will always care for them. We have received so much love and support from our family, church, friends, and community. We are saddened at the outcome, but we are extremely blessed and thankful for God's provisions and peace during this time." So, odd that someone who believes so strongly in God doesn't remember that part in the Bible about thou shalt not lie. I don't know. Just saying. And as I've said before, if you valued your family more than Donald Trump, you wouldn't be in this situation. You wouldn't have been in DC on January 6th. So, guess they're not that important. All right, I will let you all know when I hear more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, subscribe if you have not already, become a donor if possible. Links are below in the description box on YouTube and the podcast. Really helps to keep the show going. Greatly appreciate it. Love you all. Take care, and I'll talk with you soon.